Hi Aries, welcome to your timeless forecast. So this is valid for whenever you are guided to this video. This is a general psychic tarot, psychic insight for the sign of Aries, sun, moon and rising. And you're more than welcome here, cross watchers. I'm an inherited psychic medium and I've been dealing with spirit and communicating with spirit since childhood and helping people across the globe for the last 15 years get clarity and help them forward on their path, also with manifestations and law of attraction. So we start with Aries. You guys are the leaders of the zodiac and I feel like there's a lot of pressure on you to perform. We're going to be using a lot of the goddess work for you because I feel that you need healing in some way. So the cards that I'm going to be in connection with today, along with my spiritual team, is the White Light Oracle by Alana Fairchild and Goddess Power from Colette Baron Reed. Okay? I feel like there's a lot of pressure on your shoulders to have something in alignment, to have something done correctly. And Aries as a star sign, you guys have an expectation from everybody else of that, well, you know what you're doing. You understand what you're doing. You can lead us through. You can lead us to victory kind of thing. But sometimes Aries find that there's so much pressure on your shoulders and you may deal with back pain, you may deal with neck and joint pain, shoulder pain as well. So I feel like some of you are looking at how much you're carrying other people. Who's carrying you, Aries? I feel in this time of reflection where the world has stopped still, it is a brilliant energy to be in for reevaluation. Where am I going? What am I doing? What is best for me? Aries are fantastic at flying solo at the best of times. But when put in a situation such as we are right now, you guys automatically know how to just keep moving and use your energy to your advantage. So let's see what we've got going on here in the 5 areas. One of your home, relationships, money, other people, and advice. Bottom of the deck we have Sophia, divine wisdom. A lot of you are getting a lot of downloads, a lot of inspiration. What do I want next? Where am I going? Who's on my path? What direction do I head? And you're wanting to do this new chapter with a very, very calm, enlightened way. You do not want any more chaos. I feel like Aries have been through war. You've been through the battle. So let's see. The first card that we have is a line of the ways, your patterns. You've taken a lot of time to reflect on your patterns, the way that you are in relationships, the way that you present yourself in relationships, the way that you handle stress, the way that you handle others around you, the way that you handle schedules. Looking deeply at yourself, looking deeply at where you are needed in your own path for self-growth, worth, and where do you find your inspirations? What do you need to change? Where do you need to move away from things that don't serve you anymore? Where do you need to quit what has not been best for you? Where do you need to draw the line where people or circumstances have been concerned? I want you to sit and think about the last 6 months in particular, about the choices, decisions, things that you've agreed to. This is an empowerment message that Spirit's trying to send you here. And I do feel that a lot of you have been noticing the patterns in your life that have led to a positive experience. And you are wanting to guide yourself now more to that, developing some positive habits, letting go of things that no longer serve you. You're also looking at the reality of your world, Aries. You may have a very heightened dream state, and you may be manifesting things from the dreamland into now. It's also for you to take some awareness and discipline to make things happen that you're seeing in dream state, make it reality here in the 3D. This is the Celtic goddess, and she is in charge of paths and patterns. This is a new way forward for you, Aries. This is now the time to build bridges, not make enemies. This is a time of knowing that your path is now clear to make new choices in your life. With the help of Ellen of the Ways as a happy guide for you. In your relationship sector, we have Demeter, who is the nurturer. Now, it's also a number 11, which resides down to 2 in numerology. Your relationships have had twists and turns. You are now able to give wholeheartedly to others. And when you have a sense of who you are now, Aries, which a lot of you have found, that you're now able to look at your self-worth and able to give wholeheartedly to those people that you need to. People around you have also become very much an inspiration for you. Your boundaries that you're setting are fluid, yet they are strong. If you've been through a toxic relationship, you are now trying to understand that other person's actions, why they behaved a certain way, but you are also setting some serious boundaries so that it cannot be tampered with again. Now, Demeter is the Greek goddess of grain and motherhood. So children, your childhood could be very important to you at this time as well. What you want to harvest, what you want to provide, the mother type figure in you. This is a reminder that in the relationships that you harvest now are meant to be shared equally. Equal amounts of give and take. And now is the time as well to take this time to nourish and grow yourself. Giving in a more balanced way of receiving balance back. Every day going forward, you be grateful for who's in your life, the lessons that they're teaching you, the things that they've learnt from you, the things that you've learnt from them, so that you're able to walk more freely in your path. And sometimes you've given way too much of yourself away and have been exhausted by other people's toxicity, and now it's time to pull back from that. Perhaps you've attached yourself to people who are needy and need you to look after them and forgotten about self. There's also a sticky quality to connections based on the need to be needed. And it is time now, Aries, for you to need your own self, for you to be okay with your own company, for you to agree to be alone, and it's okay and it's fine. And no one wants to admit that they've been manipulated. No one wants to admit that they've been codependent in some kind. But now it's the time of truth for you, Aries. The time of truth has arrived. And these are the spiritual messages that are being brought forward to you. These are the questionings that you're having upon self. These are the answers that you're seeking within. Next up we have Esotre, new beginnings. New beginnings in your career, new beginnings in your finances, new hope that life is blossoming in these areas for you. This is a time of what you want to see in the 3D world. Eosta, Lostre, is the Germanic god. Estera sings to you, gives you the inspiration. They also will give you the capability of being strong in diversity, being strong in the stress, fresh opportunities coming out of nowhere, feeling your true self when you're doing what you truly love. And I don't mean making the coin, I mean having the vocation, the path of where you are truly lit up every day and you love what you do. You really are the apprentice in your own world to begin again. And you are adopting a greater mindset of having things brand new, needing to begin again, but be your true authentic self and lead the purpose that you've always wanted to. The next card that we've got for you, Aries, is the past. Okay? And a lot of you have struggled with that. A lot of you have struggled with digesting the past. Releasing the past. The past has been a struggle for you as well, for those of you who have had childhood trauma, for those of you who have had parents that were not reliable, for those of you who've had people let you down, friends disappear, disconnection with people that you thought were meant to be there for you. And now is the time to release anything that hasn't worked out, anything that hasn't been for you. This is an empowering message that when you now look at the world, Aries, going forward, everything you see will appear to be real. So it's easy to imagine that your current conditions are influenced by the obvious. But some of you, this is an illusion, okay? This is something that you have not been connected with fully, or you have immersed yourself in way too much. You've given away way too much power, energy, and allowed other people to dictate where your path heads. This is Maya, and she is the goddess that comes to give you that clarity now. Have you been in denial about the kind of life you wanted to build? Have you been in denial about the decisions that you needed to make just for others' comfort, making other people happy, letting others decide how you should turn out? For example, my mother wanted me to be a doctor, so I became a doctor, pleasing other people. The task that's ahead of you now, Aries, is to summon your own courage and be willing to do things differently and change the way that you've been thinking. Be honest with yourself. Once the illusion has faded you of an expectation, the doors are going to begin to open. And this is a wonderful time to do self-inventory of your life. The goddess of Maya is going to come in and break down the illusions and the delusions. And this is a very auspicious time for you, Aries. You may have already noticed that. Things are changing dramatically, very fast. We also have 36, which is wisdom. The goddess of Midas, or Metis, however you say it. This is an inspiring time for you. This is an expressive time for you, Aries. A lot of you are very, very much in your creative experience right now. You're experiencing knowledge that you've not had before, some of you, with a sense of wisdom going forward. And Midas, or Metis, is the Greek goddess of wisdom. And she's here to let you know that you know exactly what to do in your current circumstances, but some of you are allowing fear to disrupt plans. The real question, Aries, you must ask for yourself is, do you have the courage to commit to make a wise choice for yourself? Not to please others, not to upset others, What is the best choice for you, Aries? This is a very powerful time in the world where we are stood still and we are realigning ourselves with path. And it is a powerful time that others may even seek you for wisdom. So be careful how you give out your energy and what you put your energy into. There's also a very auspicious time coming up for you, Aries. It's a period of where new relations are suddenly appearing and founded upon. And they're not just relationships of coincidence. They're not just a relationship of convenience. These are deep-seated relationships that are going to help with your growth. So we use this card and this wisdom to not repeat bad behavior, to not go down paths that weren't worthy of us, and to know ourselves. And you guys are entering a very potent stage in your life right now of where you all have learned those really serious lessons and able to do extraordinary things now with the strength that you've gained. Kind of like the energy that you feel from the strength card in the tarot. You've had this strength all along, Aries, but you haven't been awakened to it. And now you are being pushed to be awakened to your true, honest potential and removing any kind of fear. Let's see what the White Light Oracle needs you to know. There's going to be news, Aries, that is going to give you such elation upon path. You're going to change direction possibly 2 or 3 times before you decide exactly what it is that you need for soul. What did you come here to do? What is it that you do where you are at your highest of vibration? What is it that you do where you wake up every morning and cannot wait to get to? That is what we're talking about with being in a pattern of alignment with soul. Let's draw 3 cards from the White Light Oracle now and see what they want you to know. There's a big message in this one. Oh, there's 2 here. Wonderful. Yep, beautiful. Oh, these illustrations alone are amazing. 2 more, please, spiritual team. Someone needs to be very patient with a mother figure. They know not what they do, is what I'm hearing. And they need you more than ever in their lives for guidance, for refuge. Beautiful. The bottom of the deck, we have Alabaster Tablet of Layla. Do you see in this that she's listening? She is in tune with self. She's listening here. What is going on here? She is in tune with self. She's peaceful. She's quiet. She's in her mind and thoughts. She's doing what's best for her own path. She is in alignment with her energy. I love that for you. It's a 41, which becomes 5 in numerology. And that means change. It definitely means change for you. And that's okay. It's okay to be in a time of reflection. It's okay to be in a time of change, Aries, that is needed for you. Take this time. Take this time to reflect on path. Who is there for you? What do you need to change in self? What do you need to manifest for self? Where did the path go wrong with the wrong decisions that you'd made? This is you remembering yourself at a soul level. This is you remembering who you are, tapping into your greater awareness. See how she's listening to the universe. And this may very much evoke a very unsettling feeling in you, Aries, because it's a time of change that's necessary for a new way to manifest. You're protected and guided at this time, Aries, and at all times, and you are truly loved. And do know this. The angel Layla is heralded in scriptures, and unlike any other angel, she's specifically described as a feminine being. And she is the reminder that there is a place that only the feminine can fulfill. So there's a lot of feminine energy around you. There's a lot of nurturing energy around you, Aries. Layla is also the guardian angel watching over all of the transitions that are happening in your life right now at a soul level. So it's really important that you are listening to your path from a soul level. Look at the illustrations here. Being nurtured, calm. Anapuus. If I'm saying them wrong, guys, correct me. But there is a strong message here for Aries. Very much a strong message here for Aries. For those of you who've been struggling with path, relationships, and so on. Don't give up. This is a promise here to allow your heart to disconnect from any struggles that you've had. You need to give yourself rest at this time, Aries. You also need to regain the spark of your passion, as we spoke about before, and be in alignment with what it is that you want to do. There is also an order of events that is taking place, and they need to take place for your soul path and purpose at this time, so that things and plans can come to the fruition that you're wanting. This also refers to your work life. Heightened creativity and productivity. So tuning in to what you love the most, Aries. Queen of Nagas. This looks very productive. It looks very productive indeed. She has it all in what she knows is for herself. There's a sacred task that is ahead of you, Aries, that only you can do. And it's going to be found in the connection of your heart, whether you're helping others, whether you're counseling others, whether you are so lit up about what you're doing. You're cleansing your body and mind at the moment, and your heart is also there in being cleansed, because you need to find the progress of your personal power again for some of you. You're also cleansing your body, mind, and spirit. So eating a great diet, changing dietary, habitary, getting rid of toxic people, toxic substances, things that harm you. Cleansing your body. Because there's a powerful shift here that's going to move you in a positive direction. And everything that you're desiring is going to happen very quickly and very unexpectedly. Okay, so be prepared for change, but use it in a positive way of change, because the universe is aligning you with your full true purpose at this time. And that's exactly what needs to happen. It is a process of shedding skin, if you like. It's shedding the layers of getting to truth of self. Aura of Gamma. It's time to let go. It's time to let go of what no longer serves you. What's been has been. And you guys are swiftly outgrowing the past. You need to explore and commit to a spiritual path now, Aries, that is supporting you and your personal transformation, whatever that is for you. Getting in touch with yourself, your spiritual team, your guides. You also need to be embracing your freedom to put in the creative approach that you only have, and commit to yourself what it is that you want. Continuing on your healing journey, but also bringing a positive outcome to what is in front of you. Beautiful. I love that. In alignment. Reminds me very much of the Sun card in the tarot. Happiness. True happiness from within. The heart chakra lit up. And finally, we have vulva of cider, or cedar, however you pronounce it in your language. Beautiful. This is beautiful energy. And this is all about your inner spiritual power, Aries, that you've had all along. And it is knowing that you can now heal from the circumstances in your life or what's been going on around you. Don't try to control it, Aries. Don't try to control the people that are leaving. Don't try to control and hold on to things that no longer serve. Let the universe do what it needs to. Instead, I want you to work towards bringing a positive influence into your life, whether it starts with self. Positive affirmations, positive self-worth, self-evaluation of knowing who you are. And do not try to control what's happening around you, Aries. That can be a trait that is detrimental for you. Accept. Work to bring some positive influence into your life by working on yourself. so that you can contribute consecutively, honestly, and towards shaping the outcome for your greatest and highest good. And with her hands on her heart there, a lot of you have been through toxic relationships, disappointments in relationships. We need to free ourselves from what we couldn't change. We need to practice reopening ourselves again to love, understanding we are worthy, knowing that we're worth it. And in doing that, we love ourselves that much that we actually find a union that has pure intentions, because we have pure intentions of ourselves. And we know what should happen to us and when it should happen to us, and we know what's best for us. And we are in control of our own path. We're not in control of anyone else's. A lot of you are going to find a lot of comfort and solace in prayer or chant, however you are with your religion. And there's going to be a lot of soul talent that comes out of this, an awakening. So if you are dedicating yourself to the power of your personal development, Aries, for your greater good, you're going to contribute to the spiritual evolution of humanity. That is why you're here. That is why you are doing what you're doing. And even if your intentions are pure, believing that you know what should happen, when should happen, and why it should happen to yourself, you are enlightening everybody else. And traditionally, this card reminds us of a spiritual leader known as Volva or Voleur, the soothsayer or the seer. And she would not only work alone upon her path, but she also called upon community, so like-minded others, to empower her practices and empower each other because they have found their tribe. And I do feel, Aries, that a lot of you are looking for like-minded people, those people who are matching you energetically, meeting you at a soul level. Incredible energy that I'm feeling for you guys. I'm so glad that we used this for your reading. I knew that there was some kind of nurturing, Aries, that you needed. There was some kind of awakening that's happening with you. And if you're a cross watcher, you're more than welcome here. Be gentle. Know that Aries is going through a transformational time in their spirituality and in their soul journey. There may be turbulence ahead. There may be indecision. And it's your job as a cross watcher, as a person who is of a supporter, to guide them and help them in their quest. Aries, I hope this was helpful, and I'm so glad that you're here today. Thank you for joining me, and please follow on Instagram, Angels and Ascendants. I would really love to grow a great following on Instagram and get my message out to many of you. Personal readings are available. If you would like a personal reading, please contact me via the description box below. I'll leave the information. And I would love to help you. My readings are very deep. They're very spiritual. And we do get down to a soul level as I connect with your spirit guides and we cross over, and we are able to give you the answers at the time that spirit requires for you. So if you want a personalized reading that is all about you, the information for booking is in the description box below. Thank you so very much for being part of this video, this journey that we're on, Aries. And I look forward to seeing you in the very next video. Be reminded that the planet of Jupiter is in your sign the whole year of 2020. There is opportunities, abundance to you, Aries. There's nothing that you can't put magic to. There's nothing that you cannot manifest at this time. There's nothing that you can't heal at this time, expand at this time. And we also have an element of Jupiter in Capricorn, which is going to keep you grounded as you expand. Have a wonderful time ahead, Aries. Please subscribe and like, comment in a high vibration if you've enjoyed my work. And I look forward to seeing you in the very next video. And I will be doing individual star signs for each month. Stay tuned for those. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Namaste. Have a great time ahead.